Hello everyone, and thank you for joining on my another live stream today. So this is the 8th of November 2020 on Sunday. So I hope you're having a great Sunday today. So today's Sunday, so every Sundays I do the weekly Forex forecast. But not only Forex, but also I will look at the gold and US oil and a couple of indexes today. We will focus on the weekly chart, and if there are some trends on the weekly chart, then I will go down to the daily chart. But basically, today, every Sunday's weekly forecast, I will focus on the weekly time frame because the weekly candle is closed last Friday, so it is important to check weekly charts, and that's exactly what I do. Every weekend or every Monday, I check the weekly charts and get the bigger picture. So that's what I will do today. So let's get started. Before starting anything here, just a quick disclaimer. This knowledge is basically based on my experience. So when you take trades, please do with the responsibility. Okay, so let's see who's here first. Josie, WM, and Karim, Roy, Kayan, Roger, and Hussein, Tina, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Alright, so let's see. Let's check a couple of pairs first, Forex pairs. So here is the Euro USD pair, and this is the weekly chart. So what can we find here on this weekly chart? Let's see. I think this is flat, and it's been ranging, consolidating for a couple of weeks recently on this Euro USD. As for the weekly chart, I think the Kumo's flat. As you can see, Senko Span B is flat. You know, for those who are new to my YouTube channel or Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, when you see the bullish Kumo, the lower part is called Senko Span B, and the upper part is called Senko Span A. And when it's bearish, when the Kumo's bearish, the upper part is called the Senko Span B, and the lower part is called the Senko Span A. And when the Kumo twists, they exactly gold cross. Senko Span A be gold cross, and it will make the Kumo twist. So once again, when you see uptrend, the upper part is A, and lower part is called Senko Span B here. And I can see that the Senko Span B is completely flat on this weekly chart, and the Senko Span A is retracing backwards. So that means the market is retracing now. And as you can see, it's going backwards now. So this is not really the good timing to look for the buy chance on the weekly chart basis. I can see that the Kijun Sen is slightly pointing up, and Chikou span is still uptrending. So overall, this is bullish. But in terms of the buying edge or looking for the buying edge, I wouldn't go to the lower time frames because I see still Senko Span A is retracing. So when you see the Kumo flat like this, or when you see Senko Span A retracing like this, then we can expect the market might reach to the Kumo, might go back to the Kumo. So that's one thing that is important that we find. And also I can find the outside bar structure. I can see the outside bullish structure. So we can you can draw the horizontal line here and over here at the low like this, and the upper part of the recent candle, of the most recent last week candle, and the lower part of the most recent last candle has been engulfing the previous couple of weeks candles. So this is a typical outside bar structure, and in this case the market might break upwards this way. So I think overall this is still uptrending, so I can expect the market go up, but I will just wait until Senko Span A go up or Kijun Sen is already going up, and also Senko Span B go up to look for the buy chance. Otherwise, the market might consolidate for a while. So that's another thing that I notice as soon as I see this kind of market structure. So that's Euro USD here. Alright, let's see. Hey Maru-san, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Alright, Mr. Maru and Yorun has been the moderators for me. So if you scroll down on my website after this weekly program guide and after this Ichimoku member live stream schedule, you can find their introductions. So yep, Maru-san's here. Thank you for joining. And Yorun is another moderator for my community. So anyways, yeah, so let's come back to some charts now. Let's see. Rania, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Your short videos are great. Thanks, Kay. Oh, sure. Yep. So from this month, November, I started to record some videos on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. I'm recording videos. And this Sunday, and Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, I do the live streams so that you can get the essence of my strategies on these 3 recorded video days. Yeah, I think it's shorter and it's more kind of squeezed, get to the point, and I think it's better for now. Yep. Kuyet, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Alright, Mr. Fernandez, Peter, and Josh B. Danish, and Munalula, Ali, and Freddy, and Golam, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. Alright, so that was Euro USD. So Ichimoku actually has 2 parts when you see the markets. Hold on, let me enlarge my face a little bit to fit this chat. Alright, there we go. So yeah, there are two major information that you can get from Ichimoku. One is the equilibrium of the market, and the second is the trend direction of the market. So these 2 concepts are very important whenever you see Ichimoku. So as soon as you see the market like this, you know that this is bullish. So overall, you can expect still the market goes up this way, simply because the price is above Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and the Kumo, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is a nice bullish indication. However, the market sometimes retraces backwards as it goes up. I draw the N wave like this, but the market might retrace all the way to like this area to Kijun-sen, or it might retrace to the Kumo and go up still if it happens. But overall, this is still uptrend. So unless the price breaks the Kijun-sen downwards, this is uptrend. So that's one thing that is important for equilibrium. So equilibrium is buy momentum right now. However, direction-wise, this is flat, or direction-wise, this is retracing. So, and that is captured by this Kumo and Kijun-sen angles. As I said before, the Kumo is Senko span A is retracing backwards, and Kijun-sen is slightly going up, but this is almost flat. So that means the market is retracing, consolidating. So we want to wait for the decent uptrend in the future. And how to capture the potential uptrend is captured by this engulfing structure I found. This bullish engulfing, and the market might go up afterwards. So that's something that we can expect based on the weekly chart basis. So let's move on to Euro JPY. Euro JPY weekly chart, and now what's happening here? So as soon as you see this market, once again, this is the equilibrium is bullish because the price is still above the Kijun-sen and the Kumo. So in this kind of market, we can still expect the market go up to this way. unless the price breaks down, this is still bullish to me. But however, the direction wise, this is retracing also. The market is retracing on this small reverse end wave. It's going down. So it might break the Kijun Sen downwards at this rate. If it happens, if the market breaks the Kijun Sen downwards like this, then you don't want to look for buy anymore. And there is a potential break of Kijun Sen in this case because of this consecutive bearish end waves. And also Kumo's flat, right? The bad news is that the Kumo's flat. You can see that precisely Senko span B flat and A is also flat. Kijun Sen is moving up, so the market might be supported by the Kijun Sen and go up afterwards. So, and also make sure that the Chikou span is above the price, right? Chikou span should be above the price for the bullish confirmation. So in this case, I also see this engulfing candle. I can see that there is an inside bar structure. This 2 weeks back candle is engulfing the next candlestick like this. So to be safer, you want to wait for this bullish trend, and when it really happens is by the candlestick formation. You better wait for this engulfing breakout upwards this way, and then we can expect the market continue to go up this way. So let's see if it happens next week, or next week it might happen on this weekly chart. But right now there's no trend on the weekly chart, so I won't go down to the daily chart. So let's move on to the next pair, USD JPY. Alright, USD JPY right now is going down on the weekly chart basis. This is bearish, I would say. The last week candle was a big bearish candle here. So, and also, in terms of the equilibrium, this is bearish because I can see that the price is now below the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, and the Kumo. And Chikou span below the candles. So this is bearish in its equilibrium. And also in terms of the direction, this is also downtrending because you can see that the single span A is going down and Kijun Sen going down, and Tenkan Sen is also going downwards this way. So this is the downtrend in its direction. So equilibrium is bearish. I will just write it here. Equilibrium is bearish, and also direction is also bearish. I will just do like this, bearish. So this is a nice timing to look at the lower time frames. So let's look at the daily chart on this pair. So let's see, the daily chart also shows that this is bearish in its equilibrium and also the trend direction. Simply because like I said before, the Kumo sloping down itself, B down, Senko span A down, and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen moving down, and Chikou span below the candles. So this is direction wise, this is downtrend, and also equilibrium, this is also bearish. So I think this is a good one to look at the lower time frames next week to look for some setting edges. So I will just mark this one, I will flag it so that I will look at it next week. So that was USD JPY. And let's look at the CAD JPY in the weekly chart. Okay, CAD JPY weekly chart is flat, right? It's completely flat. As you can see visually, the Kumo's very thin and flat, the flat whole time. Kijun Sen is technically pointing up, but itself is in the Kumo, and the market is actually in the Kumo here also. Chikou span is also very close to the candles. So this is not really a good timing to look for buy or sell. Basically the market has been consolidating on the weekly chart, so the market might go up and it might go down, and we don't know which way it's going. So the better option is to stay away from this kind of pair. In terms of the candlesticks, I don't see any engulfing pattern or any other confirmations for its direction. So I would basically stay away from this kind of market. I can see that there is a P wave structure. The highs are getting lower and lower, and the lows are getting higher and higher. So this is a P wave structure. So it might break up or down, but we'll see if it happens sometime next week or not. Whichever the price breaks, we can just follow the trend. But now this is towards the end of the P wave, and it's kind of squeezing in the middle. So yeah, I would just wait until it breaks towards either direction on the weekly chart basis. So, oh yeah, and also in the P wave, how to capture the potential breakout direction is be captured by this Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen locations. When you see, in this case, the Tenkan-sen, the blue one is a Tenkan-sen, and the green one is a Kijun-sen. So let me just put the T and K. So you can simply see the Tenkan-sen is above the Kijun-sen. So in this case, the market can break P wave upwards this way, and it may continue to go up afterwards on this bullish N wave afterwards. So we'll see if it happens sometimes next week or next week, or maybe it might be in within this year. So yeah, always look at the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen location is the key when you see the P wave structure. And let's move on to AUD USD. So AUD USD weekly chart. Okay, now this is retracing, simply because the Senko span A is going backwards now. So the market is retracing backwards, and this is where you don't want to look for buy chance yet. Last week was a nice bullish, because we see a weekly chart is on the bullish candle last week. But yeah, still this is in the range consolidating market. So in terms of equilibrium, in this case it's bullish, because the price is simply above Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and the Kumo, and the Chikou span is above the candles. So this is bullish in its equilibrium. So we can still expect the market go up on this N wave structure. However, the market is currently consolidating. As per this Senko span A, it's going backwards, and also Senko span B is flat. So this is a typical structure of the consolidating market, retracing market. So the Kijun-sen is going up, but when the market goes down and consolidate like this and goes down gradually for a couple of next weeks, and it may break the Kijun-sen downwards, and then it might come back to the Kumo. And there is a potential retracement like this to the Kumo as per the Senko span A. So this is not really a good timing to look for the buy chance yet as per weekly chart basis. Yeah, and when it happens, the Chikou span should come down to these candles anyways. So you know that from Chikou span viewpoint, this is also the retracing consolidating market. So next week, let's see if the price will break the Kijun-sen down or not. So direction wise, so in terms of direction, this is consolidating. So retracing, I would just say retracing backwards. So that's the weekly analysis on this AUD USD. And let's look at the GBP JPY. Okay, here is a GBP JPY, and at a glance, this is flat ranging to me. And I don't know which way the market wanting to go, simply because the Kumo flat the whole time. And the Chikou span is very close to the candles now. Or we can just call it, this is inside, the Chikou span is inside the range. So there's no trend in that sense. And also Kijun Sen is flat. Kijun Sen is flat right now. So there's no trend in this market. So I won't look at the lower time frame in this case, but we can say that we can see there is a P wave structure. The highs are getting lower and lower, and the lows are getting higher. So this is a typical P wave structure also. And in this case, you can simply see that the Tenkan Sen is above the Kijun Sen. Tenkan Sen is above the Kijun Sen. So after the P wave, it might break up like this way that we can expect. But the Kumo is bearish. The Kumo is flat and bearish. So we better wait for the Kumo to be bullish like this. And we have to wait for the uptrend. And also Chikou span should be above the candles also. So yeah, until it happens, we better stay away from this weekly chart on this currency pair GBP JPY. So that was the overall analysis on the Forex pairs on the weekly charts. Alright, and I don't see any significant candlestick patterns in this GBP JPY. Yeah, I'm not really know which way it's going. So among these pairs, among these 6 Forex pairs, I only see USD JPY to be downtrending. So I would keep my eyes on this pair and also a couple of other pairs maybe. If I see any trending market on the weekly chart or the daily chart, I will pick up these pairs. But among these 6 pairs, looks like USD JPY is the only one that is going down on the weekly chart basis. So let's move on to some commodity. So let's move on to XAU USD gold. And here we see, so based on the explanation that I have been doing so far, I think you know what I will be saying on this gold. So the gold right now is, so let's look at the equilibrium first. The equilibrium. In terms of equilibrium, this is bullish because the price is above the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, and the Kumo, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is bullish in its equilibrium. And what about the direction? How about the direction of the market? Direction wise, this is retracing simply because the Senko span A is going backwards while Senko span B is flat. So the market looks to be supported by this Kijun Sen, but there is still potential that the market might go back to the Kumo. It may go range, it may go down. I'm not sure which way it's going, but it may consolidate like this and it may reach to the Kumo. So overall, this looks to be bullish in a wave like this, but as we have to also expect the market might go down to the Kumo. So to make the long story short, you better wait for the uptrend to come on the weekly chart. So the Senko span A should go up, and Senko span B should also go up, and Kijun Sen go up, and look at the lower time frame. Otherwise, it might consolidate or it might break the Kijun Sen downwards sometime in a couple of next weeks. So we'll see. And also Chikou span is also important. As the market consolidates, the Chikou span will gradually touch the candle. And when it really happens, you don't really want to look for buy or sell chances anymore. So that's the gold weekly chart. And let's move on to the oil. WTI oil right now, this is flat. The equilibrium is bullish still because the price is above the Kijun Sen and the Kumo, So equilibrium is bullish, so that means the market might go up afterwards like this. It's bullish. But however, the direction wise, this is still flat, ranging, or retracing backwards. Well, actually, this is range because the Kumo flat and the Chikou span is getting very close to the candles now. So if the Chikou span touches on these candles, you don't really want to look for buy chance anymore. Technically, right now, Chikou span is above the candles, so this is bullish in its equilibrium. But the direction-wise, this is retracing. So let's see next week if the market will be supported by this Kijun Sen and will go up, then that will be a buy. To be safer, you want to wait for the recent high breakout of this 43.95 area. You want to wait for the breakout and then look for the buy chance afterwards. So, if the market breaks the Kijun Sen downwards, then you don't want to look for buy chance anymore. It might retrace backwards. It might break the Kumo downwards too. So that's the US oil weekly chart. And so let's move on to some indexes. First, let me cover the Nikkei. Nikkei last week was very bullish trend, and this is going up now. So in terms of the equilibrium, this is bullish because the market is simply above the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, and the Kumo. Chikou span above the candles. So this is bullish in its equilibrium, and also direction wise, this is also bullish too. We can see the Senko span AB, and Kijun Sen is going up right now. So this is bullish right now. So we can expect the market to continue to go up this way. So if you take trades on this index, you can go lower time frames to look for some trading edges to buy. So let's move on to S&P. Alright, S&P 500, this is bullish in its equilibrium. So once again, the price is above Tenkan Kijun Kumo, Chikou span above the candles. So this is bullish in its equilibrium. But direction wise, this is flat. The market looks to be consolidating now. So it might consolidate for a while. Unless the market breaks the recent high upwards this way, you better wait for to look for the buy chance. I can see that the Senko span A is retracing backwards now. So yeah, this is not really the best timing to look for buy chance yet as per weekly chart. So let's move on to Nasdaq. Nasdaq last week was also bullish candle, and in this one I can see that the equilibrium is bullish and also direction is bullish too. So yeah, but we'll see how the US election is going to affect the market next Monday. There's a news between Biden and Trump, so we'll see the turnout next Monday. But as far as the Ichimoku structure, Ichimoku analysis here, technical analysis, this is bullish. So the market might break the recent high upwards next week, is expected. And also, I can see that there was a bullish engulfing or like a outside bar. So last week candle high and low were actually engulfing the previous 2 weeks candles. So and this is breaking upwards now, so it might also continue to go up in that sense too. So we'll see if it happens next week. Yeah, I think yeah, this is a nice one to look for the buy chance next week on lower time frames. Chikou span is well above the candles, so that's also a nice indication for its strong bullish trend. So how about Dow Jones? So I will just flag this Nasdaq as this is a strong bullish trend. And how about Dow Jones? Alright, Dow Jones looks very different from Nasdaq as per Ichimoku. Right, this is flat. The equivalent is bullish, but direction-wise this is flat because the Kumo flat, precisely Senko span B is flat, Senko span A retracing, Kijun Sen is flat. Chikou span is above the candles, so the price wanting to go up, I can sense that, but it might go down. It might go down to the Kumo also. So we have to be careful in this kind of situation for the retracement. Yeah, so that's Dow Jones weekly chart. And let's move on to Euro stocks. And let's see what we can find. Alright, Euro stocks also ranging. At a glance by Ichimoku, the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is inside the range. So this is flat ranging. So in this case, we don't know which way it's going. So better to stay away until we see some decent up-down trends next week. Yeah. So yeah, I think there's nothing much to say about it. I don't see any engulfing patterns or any reversal signals from these candlesticks either. So yeah, looks like this is just this looks to be ranging to me. Not the one to look for buy or sell chance at this moment. Let's move on to FTSE 100. Okay, FTSE 100 looks to be bearish now from the Kumo viewpoint or Kijun Sen viewpoint. The equilibrium is bearish simply because the price is below the Kumo and the Kijun Sen. Well, the close price last week was almost touching or maybe a little bit above the Kumo or Senko span A, but I can still see that the price is below the Kijun Sen, so I can say that the equilibrium is still bearish. So the market might continue to go down to this way. And direction wise this is flat, so it may consolidate for a while and it may go down afterwards, because and also Chikou span is touching the candles now, overlapping with the candles. So if you start to see that Chikou span break, then the market might continue to go down afterwards. So unless the price breaks the Kumo upwards, I think this is bearish to me. Not the best one to buy at this moment. So let's move on to CAC France. CAC France here, weekly chart is also flat ranging. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. Chikou span is also very close to the candles now, so there is no direction at all. Last week was big bullish candle, but overall structure still ranging. So yeah, better wait until we see some decent trends next week. So let's move on to DAX index. Alright, DAX index here, let's see. So now this is the Kumo's flat also. We can see that the Kijun Sen, Kijun Sen is flat, and Senko span B is flat, and Senko span A is retracing backwards now. So by its equilibrium, this is bullish. Bullish equilibrium. Simply because the price is above the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen and the Kumo. Chikou span technically above the candles still, so the bullish. So the market might go up afterwards. 2 weeks back, market broke the Kijun Sen downwards, but last week it became bullish, so it may go up afterwards. But in terms of the Kumo here, the Senko span A is retracing backwards. So over time, even if the market initially goes up like this, it might go down to the Kumo. So yeah, this is not really a good timing to look for buy yet. It's been ranging the whole time. So yeah, we'll see. So let's go on to AU 200. Okay, Australia 200 looks to be a potential bullish trend because first of all, let's look at the equilibrium. Equilibrium's bullish because the price is above Tenkan Kijun Kumo, Chikou span above the candles. So it's bullish. So we can expect the potential continuous N wave structure like this way overall. And in terms of direction, this is also bullish uptrend because the Kumo Senko span A is slightly moving up. It's kind of weak. The Kumo is just twisted, so it might twist back. But as far as I see the market right now, the Senko span A is moving up. Senko span B flat, but Kijun Sen is also moving upwards too. And I think Tenkan Sen is also moving up. So this is bullish to me. So it may take a while for the market to break the recent high on this 6244.6 level upwards. But when we start to see this bullish N wave structure after this breakout, then it might continue to go up. So I think this will be the great buy chance. Because both the equilibrium and direction are bullish on this Australia 200 to me. So I will flag this one also. And I will keep my eyes on this index next week. So let's move on to Nifty. Alright, I can see the request of a Nifty 50 here. So yeah, looks like the Nifty is going up now. As per weekly chart basis, in its equilibrium, this is bullish, simply because the price is above the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, and the Kumo. Chikou span is also nicely above the candles too, so it's bullish. And how about the direction of the market? The direction of the market is also bullish because Senko span A is going up, and also Kijun Sen is nicely going up. Also Tenkan Sen is also nicely going up this way. So in this case, this is bullish, and last week had a nice bullish candlestick. So I can expect the market continue to go up this way. We have to remember that there was a recent high at this level of 12441 level. So if the market reaches on this level, it might be resisted once or twice. But we can still expect the potential breakout towards the upside as long as Kumo is pointing up and Kijun Sen points up. And afterwards, you might find some nice buy chance. So I would wait until the market breaks the recent high on this 12450 area, and then look for buy afterwards. But this is nice uptrend, so we can always look for yeah, this very nice uptrend. So let's look at the last one, Hang Seng Index. Alright, Hang Seng Index here, I can see that the last week was a nice bullish candle also. However, if you look at the direction wise, it's flat still. Alright, so the Kumo flat, AB flat, Kijun Sen flat. So the market might retrace backwards to the Kijun Sen or Kumo next week. So yeah, better wait for the next bullish trend to come. So, and also if you look at this Kumo here, this is bearish Kumo. So at least the Kumo should be a twist bullish. If you wanna start to look for buy, the Kumo should twist bullish, and also Kijun Sen should go up like this. And also Chikou span is already breaking the candles up, so this is okay. So we'll see if the bullish trend will happen next week or not. Alright, so I get the request for Bitcoin, so let me quickly check the Bitcoin. I think there was moving up last week. So let's see, Bitcoin here. Wow, this is very big uptrend. Yeah, no doubt this is uptrend. You know, you don't have to use Ichimoku here. You know, this is a nice uptrend. But let me briefly explain what I find here. So equivalent is bullish, direction is bullish. You see the Senko Span BA, both bullish trend. Tenkan Sen and Kijun Sen are also bullish. Chikou Span also bullish trend. So let me quickly look at the daily chart in this one. Yeah, so daily chart, let's see. Oh, I think this is the daily chart is direction wise, this is flat. You can see that the you know, the Kumo is flat now. Kumo flat and Kijun Sen is flat. So you might think that this might be the continuous N wave, but in this case, to me, we better wait for the retracement. I mean, the market might retrace backwards to the Kijun Sen or Kumo, can be expected. So yeah, better to wait until the Senko Span A or B up and Kijun Sen up to look for buy chance. Chikou Span is okay. Chikou Span is above the candles, so this is okay. But in terms of this you know, direction, this is consolidating, so it might come back to Kijun Sen. So we have to be careful on this one. So yep, that covered the whole structure for this Forex pairs, gold and US oil, and a couple of indexes today. So let's review a couple of news that's coming up next week quickly. So okay, so next Monday, the 9th of November, we have only one news. That's the governor's speech of a BOE on a pound UK. So that's coming up on next Monday. And next Tuesday, we have a also in pound in the UK, we have a unemployment rate, so that might affect the market also. And moving on to Wednesday, we have a New Zealand monetary policy. So if you take trades on New Zealand, we have to be careful. There might be some volatility in the morning on Wednesday in Asian time. And also Thursday, let's see, on Thursday we've got a couple of news next week. First one is a GDP in pound, so gotta be careful on that. And also there's CPI in Euro, Germany, and also another speech, BOE governance speech will be there also. So pound might be affected by that. And also we have a couple of US news too, like there's a CPI, ex-food energy in the US, and also oh yeah, another CPI here report. So basically CPI will be there next week in the US next Thursday, the 12th. And Friday on the 13th of November, Friday the 13th, yeah, there might be some volatility here due to gross domestic product, GDP, and Euro itself report, and also Michigan consumer sentiment report will be there in the US too. And also another governor's speech on the BOE in pound. So that will be the news that looks to be very impacting the market next week. So yeah, that will be it for the forecast. So I think yeah, we find a couple of trends next week. Well, in the daily chart we might find some more trends, and I will cover some daily charts markets next week as I do the lives. But today on the weekly chart, I mean Ichimoku Forex forecast weekly chart, I will focus on. As per weekly chart, to wrap up, I see USD JPY is going down nicely, so I will continue to keep my eyes on this USD JPY next week to look for the sell chance. And also the Dow Jones, Nasdaq is nicely uptrending, so this is a good one to look for the buy chance next week. And also AU 200, Australia 200 also looks to be bullish. This is not really a strong bullish trend, but if it breaks the recent high, of this 62.57 price level upwards, then that will be a buy chance too. So I will keep my eyes on this one too next week. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the weekly forecast today. So I hope you enjoyed today's lecture. So yeah, and please continue to be cautious for the risk management, because we're still under US election. It might be volatile next Monday or Tuesday, so gotta be careful on that one too. And just to inform what I will be talking about next week, next Monday, or tomorrow, I will run the Forex Tester for tomorrow, Monday, and I will talk about the Sanyaku Koten or Sanyaku Gyakuten signals. So if you're curious about this Sanyaku signals of Ichimoku, please join tomorrow's live at the same time by this Forex Tester 4 session. And also, if you're curious about the Ichimoku community that I run, you can always join by clicking on the join button on YouTube platform. You can join the Ichimoku community, and if you're curious about all the details of Ichimoku community, then you can click on the link below to check all the details. Recently I wrote the Ichimoku Basic Theories book that talks about 3 theories of Ichimoku: wave theory and time theory and price theory, and this is available in Ichimoku community. So yeah, if you're curious about the Ichimoku, if you want to learn the depth of Ichimoku, then I think this Ichimoku community will be the one for you. So thank you for putting the link, Maru-san. So yeah, hopefully you can join too. Alright, so thank you for joining everyone once again. Please have a great rest of your weekend. And the corona case is still increasing, the COVID case. So I hope yourself and your family, your friends are all safe and healthy. So yeah, I hope I will see you on the next live or video. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy and stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.